Right, so we've come to a place just outside Manila called BGC, and we've come to a place called the Venice Grand Canal Mall. And the reason it's called that is because they've done it out like Venice. It's got a canal running through the shopping mall with gondolas on. So let's go and take a look. So in this shopping centre, you can actually take rides on the gondola through the shopping centre on the river. It's fantastic. It looks just like Venice. So there we have it, the Venice Grand Canal Mall. It's quite impressive. And the best thing for me is they've got a Denny's here. I love Denny's. Always go to them when I'm in America. And I found one in the Philippines. Incredible. So I suppose there's only one thing to do after walking around this mall. Go to my favourite place, Denny's. Denny's meal, and then when I've done that, we'll head off somewhere else. I'll see you in a bit. Morning. We're going to leave Manila now and take a trip to a place called Taal, and in Taal there's a volcano and I believe some very nice restaurants as well, so let's go and check it out. So we've found a tiny little zoo out here called Zoori, so we'll just stop off and have a look what this zoo's like, see if it's any good. It looks very small, but hey, let's see. So this zoo is in an area called Tagaytay, which is where the volcano is, which we're going to see later. But let's have a look at this zoo first. So it starts off as you come in into like a little aquarium. Yeah, I don't know what to say about this, apart from there's a Burmese python. Fantastic. And there's a huge Burmese python. Fantastic. Love snakes. And there's a ball python. And another ball python. The whole thing so far looks very old. A lot of the tanks look like they need attention. And there we have a hissing cockroach, or two. And there we've got a tarantula, and if you look there, you can see where it's shed its skin. And there we have another tarantula. That one's a Chilean rose. I know that because I used to have one of those. Excellent pets. And as we come outside on this zoo, we have some birds in cages, eagles, parrots, an owl. And then after that, it looks like we're heading through some shops. Lots of souvenir shops. And as we head through the zoo, yes, we've got some spectacular scenery over there. We've got a few more little cages. Here we've got a King Kong, and it's called a King Kong ride, and it looks like you sit in his hand and the hand raises up. But unfortunately it's closed at the moment. So let's carry on around this tiny little zoo and see what else is here. And here we come across a camel. Awesome. And really it's quite sad because it's just a camel that's chained to a post, just stood in a bit of grass. And then they've got some other small cages with Shetland ponies in and some goats, and we've got another little pony here. To be honest, it's a shame really. I think it needs a bit more updating, this zoo. And here we've got a tiger. This is unbelievable really. I mean, it's such a small cage for a tiger. It's a real shame. It's just sat there. There's nowhere to roam around. And there's a poor tiger stuck in this tiny cage. And in here, although it's a bit dark, we've got some pigs. Again, in a very, very small area. And here we have some lions. And again, they're in a very small cage with nowhere to roam around. Very, very sad. And even more sad, we've got a tiger here. And it's in a tiny little cage. It's just heading off over here. These creatures need to be out and about, preferably in the wild. Or if they're going to be in a zoo, at least they should have lots and lots of land to walk across, a big area. So my view of Zoori Zoo, a tiny little zoo. I like animals, so I don't like this zoo, but this is not my country. I think if this was in England, I would imagine it would be shut down. It is a real shame. It's a shame to see these wild animals cooped up in such tiny cages, and yeah, I won't be coming back here, definitely. It's just a shame. It would be okay if they just made it like a petting zoo for very, very small animals, but no, you can't keep lions and tigers in very small cages. It's just not right. And a camel there just chained up to a post, it's just not right. Anyway, that's all from this zoo, I think. And here we have some footage of the volcano out in the distance. It looks quite spectacular. And now we're off to yet another restaurant. and a place called Napa at Crosswind. So this place is like a private park. It's got a restaurant in it, obviously, because that's where I'm sat. It's also the place where you just saw me on that giant chair. And it's just nice scenery around here. Just a nice place to be. Lovely. And it's a bit cooler up here because we're higher up, because down in Manila it's in the mid-30s. Here I think it's just like the mid to high 20s. So it's a nice relief from the hot weather. So the burger's turned up. It looks really nice. We've also got a nice glass of wine to go with it as well. Cheers.